They want to make money, especially from what they consider to be the creepy old people using it. And by creepy old people, that's anyone over 30. They launched their first paid service. It's called Tinder Plus. And these are the features. 1, you can set your location to anywhere in the world, so you're not just stuck looking at people in your general area. That could be useful before you go on a trip and you're looking to indulge in some sweet vacation loving. If you swipe left to reject someone, then instantly regret it, you can rewind back to their profile and get another shot to swipe right. Tinder is also going to start having ads in a few months, and paid members won't have to see them. Also, they might start limiting the number of swipes you can make in a day. Like, is it Pandora and Spotify, those streaming services? If you want to skip a song, you get 5 skips a day or something like that.
Yeah.
People who pay get unlimited swipes on Tinder. And now, for the kicker, memberships to Tinder Plus cost $9.99 a month if you're 29 or under, and $19.99 a month if you're 30 and up. Tinder swears it's not because old people are gross. They say, and I quote, younger users are more budget constrained and need a lower price to pull the trigger. Yep.
What if you lie about your age? Can you do that?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I'm not sure. I heard Facebook is now asking people to verify their accounts with driver's licenses and stuff. Yeah, I don't know.
Because I only date under 30. So how does that work? I still have to pay a lot, but
You only date under 30?
Well, not anymore. I can't really.
Is your girlfriend under 30?
No. No. I think she was just on skating it when we got together, though.
Right. Yeah. So that was. I've never used Tinder. Like, there's a cutoff age. You're like, I'm only looking for people.
No. But when you search, you can search for people inside a window.
Right. See, like, to me, it makes more sense that they charge twice as much for people that are over the age of 30, because over the age of 30, the number of significant people drops off a lot. You know, are you allowed to filter, like, I don't want to date anyone with a kid? Are you allowed to filter that?
I don't remember. I think so. I think you can get down to the gritty. So,
like, the older you are, the less and less fish there are, I believe. You know, I'm not certain about this. I don't have hard evidence to back this up. But I would imagine if you're looking to date someone age appropriate and you're 30 and up, either they're charging you money to perv on younger people, which, you know, like, people are clearly going to pay more for that. But also, like, it's the idea of finding a single, unattached person, preferably without kids and without diseases and without drug habits and all that stuff. I don't know the search criteria on Tinder, never having used it, but, like, those are the things that after the age of 30, it's going to be harder and harder to find. So it makes sense that people would be more willing to pay that much more of a premium for it. And also, you know, like, if you're under the age of 30, you're an early adopter of new technologies, which means you're going to go to any one of the other, you know, Tinder-alike apps that's online at the moment, because you're just like, whereas someone who's over 30 is like, oh, Tinder's charging me now. I guess I'll stump over the $20 a month. I can't be bothered to start something new. I'm already having to do that with relationships. Forget it, I say, forget it. I think it's just a matter of, like, a 30-year-old is going to be more willing to part with twice as much money as a 20-year-old because, well, you know, it's worth more to them to be able to find someone. It's a harder job, therefore worth more money. Does that make sense?
Yep. I get it.
And then also, like I said, if you are over 30 and you're looking to perv on younger girls, like Funkhauser was, well, that being the case, you should have to pay more for it. Grab the popcorn. Latino activists versus black activists. They're in a fight over this special high school for immigrant students in Maryland. The NAACP says this special high school for immigrant students in Maryland will take resources away from black students. It's in Prince George County in Maryland. It's right outside D.C. There's these plans to open 2 new high school academies dedicated to helping recent immigrant students, possibly illegal students, learn English. It's basically, you know how you had those kids in your school, like ESL, English as a second language, and they had specific classes? Well, there's enough of them now to justify entire high schools for them. So basically, there's these two high schools that are aimed at ESL students, full high schools. Sure, that'll help them learn English. Throw them in with a bunch of other non-English speakers. That's put them in an environment where they can just talk Spanish to each other. That'll as Kramer would say. Oh yeah, I like this plan. Anyways, the NAACP not happy about the plan. They call it separate and unequal. NAACP President Bob Ross, not the painter guy, but nevertheless, NAACP President Bob Ross says the millions, happy little minorities, just over here. Yeah, I'm just going to, okay. NAACP President Bob Ross says the millions that are going to be spent educating Latino students are going to be taken away from black students that also need additional help financially. He said it's a very awkward position because black and brown people try to say we have the same struggles. These are his words, not mine. But I sort of take it a little differently. NAACP President Bob Ross says, and I quote, "We don't have the same struggles because we came here for 400 years of slavery and moved forward. People who are arriving now are coming of their own free accord." Latino activists from the group Casa de Maryland, yes, Casa de Maryland, they've countered, saying that the program is essential, and it's essential because it helps youngsters fulfill their dream. The NAACP ought to get used to it. Why? Well, there's going to be some stiff competition for handouts and government cheese once Obama gives amnesty to all the illegals. Have yourself an awesome weekend.